soliciting somebody to help in the office with the production of the website, and the ad the administrator showed me said, that was to post online, said that to help the webmaster that we have. So it was supposed to be basically somebody just to assist me by providing me with information. And then when the ad was posted in the newsletter, the text was completely different, and it said, we have created a beautiful website. We, not me, they, we, them, and now it needs somebody to manage it and update it. But no mention about helping the current webmaster. So it was basically an ad for a replacement. And so I called the administrator, because I said, well, that's a weird. Well, why did they change the language of this ad? I mean, why would they post this ad? It's weird. And so I called him, and he gives me this, now in hindsight, after I know that he's already been told to fire me, he just gives me this preposterous lie. He just says, oh, no, that was just bad verbiage. We just, we made a mistake, and it doesn't mean anything. Everything's fine. And at the same time this is happening, I'm also getting emails from him talking about how great the website is and how much he likes the game, he likes this, he likes that. Yeah, it was all great. So no indication at all that I have done anything wrong or that there's anything wrong with my work. And so then a couple months after that, he calls me one day and he says, well, we want the upload information, for the website. And I go, why do you want that? I mean, you don't produce any of the HTML, that's the formatting for websites, documents. You don't provide them in web-ready form to me, so how are you going, what's the point in you having this information? Why do you need to upload pages to the website? It's all hand-scripted. It's not going to be compatible with the work I've done. Well, what is this for? And he's basically, contrived this little story that, oh yeah, well no, we're going to do the website in-house now. And I said, well, what my role would be? And he said, well, I guess you wouldn't have one. And so that's how he fired me. He didn't say the word fired, didn't say the word we're voiding our contract or anything like that. That was just it. And so of course I was offended. I said, well, what the hell is this crap? I mean, I've done all this work and you're just going to say, well, here, just give us all this stuff. It's ours. Well, that's not going to happen. It's my work. We had a deal. You got to give me nothing. Give me no explanation of you're going in-house. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's the information age. Okay? You don't in-house anything anymore. I mean, you could have your website produced by a guy in California. It really just doesn't matter anymore. I mean, you have all this telecommunications. I mean, it's just a ludicrous explanation. Silly. Insane. Insipid. But anyway. So, that's when I knew I was fired. And so I basically said, look, I'm not playing. I'm not giving you the upload information. You haven't paid me. We agreed that you're going to pay me $230. 6 months ago, I asked you to pay me. I said, whenever it's convenient. And that was another thing. He said, I never asked to be paid. Well, guess what? I found 2 emails. I also know I had verbal conversations with him when I mentioned it. But there was 2 emails proving that I had asked them to pay me, and they had never did. So here they owe me $230 for the web space I'm paying out of pocket. And then this asshole decides that he's going to take the website. So I said, no way, this is going to happen. So anyway, I just decided, no, it's my website. We're done. Fine, whatever. I don't care. I'll do it independent. The hell would you? I'll just have my own website. So that was the birth of Inmendham.com. That was how it was born. By these crooked, criminal, lying, scumbag government officials. They created me. They created this website. They created what's becoming my legal degree. Because they're dishonest creeps. Scumbags. So these creeps did this. And so, okay, I said, fine. I didn't even sue them over that. It wasn't until later that I found out I had already been fired. Then it was all a lie. That pushed me over the edge. And also the fact that, the state passes a law called the Open Public Records Act. And it's supposed to facilitate, and obligate government officials to produce public documents. And so now that I was an independent producer, I'm making these document requests to the town through this Open Public Records Act, legal requests. And they're contriving every kind of excuse not to provide the information. And so it finally got to a point where I just said, no, this is impossible. I mean, I can't even get the simplest public information to publish on a website. Public information, not private information, public. Okay, information you could walk into the office and look at, and they won't give it to me. Even though I'm paying for it, they won't give it to me. And so I said, well, the hell, I'm going to sue them. And so I decided to sue them. So now we have a court case that's been pending for 3 years now over this issue. And so I'm suing them, you know, for violating the Open Public Records Act, but more importantly, I'm suing them for, you know, not paying me, lying to me. And then since then, we've even had these other incidences. Okay, so those were the first claims in the case. But since then, we've added these other abuses, where you know, I submitted questions to the council to be read and answered at the council meeting, because they have a public comment portion of the council meeting. And so a councilman says to his friends, his colleagues, his fellow fascists, don't even answer. Why even answer? He doesn't pay taxes. See, he's assuming because I rent that I'm not paying taxes, property taxes. First, that's an assumption the state Supreme Court says no to, because they've conceded that renters do pay property taxes because they're paying it through their rent to the for-profit industry that's renting to them, okay, that's paying the taxes. Of course, the expenses of your house when you rent are part of your rent. So of course they're paying, renters pay property